The next day was our last day in San Sebastian, so we just woke up and headed to Biarritz, the second destination on this trip. We were walking around looking for somewhere to drop off our bags before checking into our Airbnb later that day, and immediately I was struck by the unique architecture. We were in Saint-Jean-de-Luz, where we checked out the beach and hung out there for a couple hours just to kind of kill some time before we could check in to our Airbnb. And at the bus stop, I took this photo, which I think is probably one of my favorites from Biarritz. But as soon as we got there, Rob was inspired to do kind of a photo shoot with a paper he had picked up along the way. Go check out Vols Rob on Instagram for more of those photos, but here are a few. After dropping our things off, we decided to go into Biarritz, and Biarritz did not disappoint. I don't think I've ever seen that many people on a beach or even surfing at one point. Again, I like some of these photos that are more crowded in black and white. For some reason, it just draws your attention to the people more. Rob had a little photo shoot with Kat and Jeremy. Afterwards, we continued to walk towards the casino and the rest of the beach. I wandered around, taking some photos by myself, including of this Spanish couple. We got a bit lost on the way back to the Airbnb that evening and ended up taking a slight detour to the Biarritz airport. The sunset was beautiful and I lagged behind a little bit from the bus stop to take these photos. And the sunset reminded me a lot of the work of one of my favorite photographers, John Sanchez, who is actually from Biarritz, but he has these incredible gradient landscape photos of the sunsets and waves. The next day we headed back in to Biarritz, but we had to go around a marathon that was going on. Unfortunately, dogs were not allowed inside the supermarket, so I hung outside and watched this very cute golden retriever wait for his owner to come back. Rob also hung out with me outside and we took some photos, did some souvenir shopping. There was a flea market that Kat and Jeremy wanted to check out. It was in this artist studio that was kind of cool. There was like tattoo artists and photographers, clothing designers, all in this one kind of creative space. But I was a little bored from shopping, so Rob and I decided to wander around outside. I had run out of color film the day before, so I had switched over to black and white. I was really bummed though, because the red on some of these houses is great contrast. While walking around in Biarritz, I became weirdly obsessed with the fact that some of the traffic poles were fake. So like one in every, 15 or 20 of these metal poles to keep cars off the sidewalks was rubber. And so I was weirdly determined to find the fake ones and get good at spotting the fake ones. Undiagnosed ADHD in me was amused by this. While Kat and Jeremy went to a bakery, Rob and I continued to walk around. Having overblown our food budget in San Sebastian, it was struggle meals from here. Ham and cheese sandwich and these cookies that Kat found. It was interesting to watch. There was one 3-year-old boy surfing with his father on these massive waves. But really bummed I didn't have color film, but I did have my digital camera with me. And the greens of this water were incredible.
Right? Madrid? M-A-D-R-I-D? Madrid?
Madrid, 570 kilometers that way. Where is New York on there? Or DC?
London.
London. Out there somewhere?
We're 800 kilometers from Paris? No way.
You're close. Closer to Madrid than...
Yeah. Yeah, there's Suisse.
New York. 5,700 kilometers that way. Can almost see it.
Another storm seemed to be rolling in as we were wrapping up. What surprised me the most when we were hanging out along the beach was this California license plate on a Porsche 924. Next, we headed back into town to do some more souvenir shopping and walking around. We saw these caps which reminded me of a children's book that my brother and I had called Caps for Sale. So I sent it to the family group chat. While walking around, we actually came across John Sanchez's gallery. Bumped into him. He was very nice when Jeremy and I walked into the store. Gave us some recommendations of places to go eat in Biarritz and even signed these postcards for us. If you're ever in the area, please go check out John Sanchez's gallery. He has these incredible photos. This is my favorite one, and it went straight onto my mosaic gallery wall. Thank you, John. I appreciate you. The next day, we woke up for some croissants and coffee before taking the bus back to Bilbao. And we were immediately greeted with gummy bears, which at the time I was fighting an addiction to gummy bears. After a short snack, we headed to Mercado de la Ribera. Inside, I saw the shortest escalator I've ever seen in my life, so I had to give it a test run. After some subpar and overpriced pinchos, we decided to head outside to check out the colorful buildings that line the river behind the market. And for some reason I was feeling the black and white photos, so I converted some to black and white. One thing that was pretty cool that we noticed looking around was that some of the clotheslines had umbrellas, which I would have loved to have during the spring in Madrid. After a short tram ride, we found ourselves at the Guggenheim Museum. It was closed that day, but we decided to wander around and take some photos. Jeremy brought with her some playing cards with architecturally significant buildings, and it just so happens that the Seven of Diamonds was the Guggenheim Museum. I personally like the black and white photos from the Guggenheim as well. I was trying to get a photo of someone walking down the steps next to the museum, but all I could get was someone walking in between the buildings in the background. As the dark clouds started to roll in, we went to go check out the bridge. We were all starting to lose some steam at this point of the trip, and a few of us were feeling sick. After admiring some more of the local architecture, we worked up a bit of an appetite. So we headed to a local Chinese restaurant right as they were closing. The hot Chinese food definitely hit the spot. At the airport, I found my Haribo gummy heaven and was soon distracted as my water bottle began to flood my backpack. So I had to rescue all of the camera gear. Shout out to Rob for helping me do that right as we were boarding. All in all, it was a great trip with great friends, great food, and I think some pretty great photos came out of it. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you ever want to visit San Sebastian or Bilbao or Biarritz. I highly recommend all three.